7-minute workout. This is my version of the New York Times 7-minute workout, and it is osteoporosis safe. So we're going to get started, and it'll be approximate. I'm not as precise always, but I'm keeping my eye on the clock, and we are going to get started with jumping jacks. And you can do any version of jumping jacks that you choose. These half jacks are a great way to go. Some people even go one arm. You can do two for a little bit. Since we're only doing this for 7 minutes, why not do both arms? You could always go for higher impact and actually jump, but I'm gonna give that a pause. And the next thing we're going to do is wall sit for 30 seconds, but we are done and we are going to pause for 10 seconds. I like to walk a little bit while I'm pausing. And here we go. We are going to wall sit. So our goal is to have our back flat and to be as close to 90 degrees here as possible. This is not easy and it's very quad centric. Use your core, stay here as long as you can, but don't overdo it. If you need to come up a little bit, go ahead and do that. So we're almost there. We've got about 5 more seconds, and we're going to move to a push-up at the wall. So here we are, come out of it, and we've got just a few seconds of our waiting, and we're going to push up at the wall. I think I'll do it right here. So here we go. So if you want it to be harder, you'll walk further away from the wall. We are trying to do a tricep push-up, so our elbow comes straight down. It does not go out to the side, not like a bulldog. Zip up those abs so you think about that marble traveling up. And I've got to get my eye on that clock. Use that exhale. We're almost there. And 2 more, I think. Ooh, that wasn't easy. All right, shake that out for a second. And the next thing we're going to do is an ab crunch. We'll do it our way. So I'm coming down to the floor, and I'm going to do it the safe way. So my hands are under my bum, and all I'm actually doing is lifting my head. So digging my right heel into the ground and lifting my head. You can really feel your entire abdominal wall activate. So about 15 seconds doing it this way. And I forgot to tell you that you try to keep your elbows off the ground. So you're not pressing into the ground to allow yourself to lift your head. You're not flexing. You're not looking at your navel. This is not easy. And I'm just going to take a look at my board. We are going to stand up. And as we come to our safe way to stand up, we are now going to do a step up. So I am not going to do a step up onto a chair, which is in the New York Times. I think that's a little much for those of us who are of a certain age. So I'm taking 2 blocks. I think a stepping stool might work. I'm sorry I have my back to you, but I think it's safer if I have a wall in front of me. So the idea is like this. But I can do it facing you, and it'll go like this. So I am not putting my whole foot on the block. I'm not even looking at the block. I can move my arms if I want. And maybe I'll switch the foot that starts out. So notice I started with my left foot, and now I've switched to starting with my right foot. And the next thing we're going to do is squatting into a chair. Almost there. As As I said, these things are approximate because sometimes I'm not looking at the clock. All right, so I move these over. We're taking a moment's rest and we're getting ready to squat into the chair. Reminder, when you're squatting into a chair, start out using one hand for a little bit of guidance, and then maybe you're ready to squat without worrying about, is the chair there? If you're not sure, put your hand out or one hand out. So notice we've got that hinge. I'm not changing the shape of my spine. I am pushing through my heels, inner thighs, up through my low abs to stand up. We're getting close to our 30 seconds. And we're going to use this chair and do triceps at the chair. Almost there, and we are there. Okay, so triceps at the chair looks like we're going to walk ourselves out. So you can be in any place that you want to be. I just want you to try to get some external rotation up at your shoulders so that when you go down, you're not in a weird internal rotation. Are you ready? You could walk further out, but you've got 30 seconds of doing this. So you might not want to. So the shape of your spine doesn't change again. So this turns out to be a little more than a 7-minute workout because we have inserted these 10-second rests. So the elapsed time is greater than 7 minutes. We're almost there. Whew, and we are there. All right, so next up, wall plank. If you want to do it on the ground, go right ahead, but it is a wall plank and there will be a plank on the ground coming. So how about we just do that wall plank, walk out as far as you need to make it challenging. Keep going. Sometimes if you start to fall into that, just tuck your tail. Think about the energy from your inner thighs all the way up through your low abs. Shoulders broad. We're almost there. Just a teeny bit more. We're almost there. And now for a difficult one. Shake that out. We are going to do high knee running. So this one requires a little burst of energy. And we're almost going to get started. And here we go. So maybe you start like this, getting into the groove. And then maybe, now I'm actually skipping, but you could high knee, just plain flat out run. I like it better like this. But it's whatever works for you. You could do it like this. I feel like my hips swing out more. I have, I don't know, less control, but totally up to you as to how you want to do it. And gosh, we are there. That's crazy. Okay, we are going to lunge and we're going to use a chair assist. And what that means is you can either use the chair for balance, and I know I'm taking out a little bit of your time, or if you want, you can use the chair for ease. Totally up to you. I've got my right leg forward, and I need to halfway through switch to my other leg. I think that's about halfway. I'm not gonna fiddle with the chair, but you've got it if you want it. Good. A few more seconds. And then we've got one last one to go. Okay, the last one is a push-up to side plank. You can do it at the wall or you can do it on the ground. Here's what it looks like at the wall. Push up, side plank, any variation on that. If you're going to do it on the ground, I'm going to start my timer now. I would do a push-up. Ooh, that's so hard. And then a side plank. And maybe I'd stay on my knees, push up, and side plank. And push up, and side plank, and this goes so quickly. I'm almost done. Push up, side plank, and push up, and side plank. So there you have it. Took a total of 11 minutes because I did a lot of talking. You can refine that down or take more rest and make it an 11-minute workout.